YouTube is taking too long to buffer. Hurry up! Thank you! Why is the YouTube app being so funny right now? Hurry up! Alright. Greetings, felted in time and space! It's your host, TheAmariaShadow, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back once again to some more of Ace Attorney Investigation. We're going to continue our last left off in the last live stream. We're in Episode 2, the captive turnabout of Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Prosecutor's Gambit. So we're going to be tackling the first portion of this today, and then tomorrow we'll be tackling the later portion of it. So without further ado, let's get started right away with today's adventure and see what's in store for us. Come on, see! Also, I want to just make an announcement. For the next couple of days, I'm going to try and focus more on Ace Attorney Investigations. So that means any other games aside from Final Fantasy XIV is definitely going to take a bit of a backseat. So there's not going to be any gameplay on Marvel Rivals. There's not going to be any standalone streams like Zenless Zone Zero or anything like that. I'm going to try and get Ace Attorney Investigations completed because I really just want to get it over and done with before next month comes in, because once Sonic Racing Crossworlds comes in, I'm going to be doing a lot of content on it. So I hope everyone's prepared for that. And is that Bronco Night? Okay, so the guy that we got arrested got killed in jail. That's great. March 27th, 10:16 a.m. Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Still no sign of them, huh? Yeah. How long do they intend to keep us waiting? Now, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm sure the guard will bring him in any second now. The killing of Bastion Rook. The 2 days since the incident at the park, and today we're paying a visit to the detention center. Our aim, of course, is to interview Bronco Knight, who has been charged with the murder. His trial is due to start tomorrow, and I am to be the prosecutor behind the bench. What's taking so long? You there, what's going on? I don't know, sir. I'll go and check. We've got a situation! It's the Knight! He's been killed! What? Killed? In the detention center? Come on, Mr. Edwards, what are you waiting for? Right. Guard, take us to the scene of the crime at once. Yes, sir! So it didn't happen in the holding cells? Well, surely that was where he was being held. What's the holdup? The crime seems this way. Where are you taking us? Doesn't this door lead to the prison proper? Yes. You mean those other cells aren't part of the prison? Not exactly, no. Those are the detention center's holding cells. That's where defendants are kept while they're awaiting trial. The area beyond this door serves a rather different purpose. Yes, where the people who are convicted serve out their time. I suppose you could say it's the last place a great thief should ever want to be. I'm unlocked it, sir. Please follow me. That's Knight, alright, but he's dead! Why is it that every time I start streaming, the phone starts ringing? Who is it? Another spam call. Seriously, it's like these damn spam callers are always perfectly timed whenever I'm doing something. If I'm trying to cook, phone call. If I'm trying to stream, phone call. If I have to use the bathroom, phone call. If I'm about to step outside, phone call. How could this have happened? And how did he wind up inside the prison proper? March 27th, 10:32 a.m., prison workshop. This is horrible. How did Mr. Knight get himself murdered? I can hardly believe it myself. But there can be no doubting the evidence of our own eyes. And what's he doing here? I thought he was being held in the detention center, no? He was. He must have been. His trial hadn't even begun yet. The law states that until convicted, suspects are to be kept in cells separate from the main prison. Only those who have been found guilty are sent to the prison proper. There's no way Knight should have been in here. Maybe he wandered his way over. The detention center and the prison are separated not only by 2 heavy doors, but also a lengthy corridor. That would have been a long way to wander, especially for a detainee. I suppose we'd better take a closer look at Knight's body. We'll need to examine the scene of the crime carefully if we want to get to the bottom of this. Time to inspect every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Indeed, this area is too big to take it all at once. Fortunately, I could use the right analog stick to look further up or down. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Looks like a pulley of some kind. Maybe the prisoners use it for work. I suppose so, yes. Okay, so I know you're going to say no, but absolutely not, Kay. You're not permitted to swing on that rope. I knew it! I should have known you were being serious. Those tarps are rather colorful. They kind of stand out in a room like this, don't they? They certainly don't look like they belong in a prison. Look, there's a whip on top of them. You know who that reminds me of, right? Hey, maybe it's actually hers. Maybe she left it here? Not a chance. She and a whip are attached at the wrist, trust me. There's a rope near Knight's body, too. Speaking of which, want to see my super stealthy rope escape trick? Thanks, but I'll let you know when I'm in need of saving. He seems genuinely disappointed. Ah! Bronco Knight, killed the day before his court date. We better take a closer look. His neck brace is soaked with the blood from the hole in his neck. I would assume that's the cause of death, and that it was probably instantaneous. He wouldn't have even had the chance to cry out for help. There's a small cut on his scalp, too. Was he struck with something? Maybe he fell and hit his head after he was stabbed in the throat? It's possible, but it's too early to say with any certainty. Okay, you have your camera with you, correct? Would you lend it to the detective so that he can photograph the body? Sure thing! All yours, Gummy. Thanks! Alright, here we go! His clothes sure are a mess, though, huh? Indeed, they appear to be covered in dirt. Guess he's like me when it comes to laundry. It would be a grave error to think that anybody else could be quite like you, Detective. A rubber glove. Yep, just the one, though. I should examine it in more detail. It's soaked with blood on the other side. The fingers are covered in blood on this side. I think we can safely assume that this glove was dropped sometime after night's blood has been spilled. We can? How come? Because had it been on the floor when the pool of blood was forming, the blood would have flowed around it, but not underneath it. Oh, meaning there'd only be a band of blood around the edges of the fingers and not all over the backside. Assuming the glove was discarded after the blood had pooled around the body, maybe our murderer ditched it after they did the deed. It's certainly a possibility. At the very least, whoever it was that dropped it must have seen the body. You there! Yes, sir! Have you seen that glove before? Yes, sir! The prisoners wear them for work! It's strange, though. Prisoners issued with those gloves are under strict orders to keep them in their cells. They aren't allowed to take them out without permission, and we always check! I suppose that would explain why there aren't any other gloves in the workshop. Huh? Is that? Oh, I've seen one of these in your office, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm sure you have, Detective. It's a pocket chess set. The victim's, I'd imagine. Makes sense. He loved chess, after all. Yeah, it would have been a good way to pass the time. The body is partially covered by a dirt-stained tarp, and there's a rope on top of it. Was Knight tied up with the rope somehow? We should take a look under the sheet as well. Ah! Look at all that red stuff! Yes, I'd say that's blood. We should keep looking around. There's bound to be more secrets to uncover, I'm sure of it. There's something on his finger. Let's take a closer look, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a ring, and an expensive-looking one at that. Don't even think about it, Kay. What? I didn't say anything! Alright, time for some logic. We only got two pieces right now, the blade tarp and the pilot tarp. They both come from the same place, so it makes sense that these connect with each other. These tarps have a pretty distinctive design. In fact, it's the same design as the blade tarp around Mr. Knight's body. Yes, you took the words right out of my mouth. Hee, that'll teach you to be so careless, Mr. Edgeworth. You need to keep your treasures close when there's a great thief around. I thought you were on sabbatical. Not a bad bit of evidence, gathering. Ha! Nothing can stop us when we're on the hunt together, right, Gummy? You betcha! We're unstoppable! A regular three musketeers! Let's not get carried away, Detective. There's one thing we still haven't found. Huh? What do you mean, sir? What's missing from this crime scene? The murder weapon? I see no sign of a murder weapon anywhere. You're right! I didn't even think of that! Come now, Detective. These are basic investigative principles we're talking about here. Yeah, I guess. Sorry, sir. Don't worry, Gummy. It hadn't crossed my mind either. In fact, that hardly puts my mind at ease, Kay. Items that can prove even potentially lethal are strictly controlled within the prison. After all, we wouldn't want the inmates getting their hands on that, would we? Which means acquiring a murder weapon would be hard enough, let alone leaving the scene with one. Oh yeah, nice thinking, Mr. Edgeworth. What was the murder weapon? And where has it gone? The answers to these questions may be the keys to figuring out what happened here. Huh, didn't know the guy had a whole entourage. Hold on, what is this music? Oh, I like this guy's music. Excusez-moi, but this is the scene of the crime, right? Sure! Wait a second. Are you? No way. Those piercing eyes, that furrowed brow. Mr. Fender. It has been far too long. I know, right? But even after all this time, I know that deep brow anywhere, and that neckwear obvious. Manfred von Karma, the man, the legend. Gotta say, I didn't expect to see you here. Hold it! What are you talking about, pal? This is Mr. Edgeworth, not that old geezer. Detective, please. Edgeworth? Wow, guess that explains the fresh face. Can't blame a guy for mixing you two up, though. You're the spitting image of the old devil in his day. I see you haven't changed. How many years has it been? Man, good question. Well, who's counting, eh? Been away traveling so long they lost track. You know how it is. You know what I do remember? You betraying everything you were supposed to stand for. Whoa, where did that come from? And who are you, anyway? This is Eddie Fender. He's a defense attorney. Enchanté, as they say. Fender's the name, and defending's the game. I'm a bit of an ace attorney. Detective Dick Gumshoe. And I'm Kay Faraday. Great thief. I'm on sabbatical at the moment, though. A great thief? Wow, that's so romantic. Très chic, if you will. Right? It's nice to finally meet someone who gets it. I'm looking to expand the franchise, actually. Anyway, signing up super simple. Sounds awesome. I'd love to come hang with you guys if you'll have me. Sorry, I should have also mentioned that it's girls only. And they have to be super fun and super cool, and hey, I totally get it. No hard feelings, yeah? Come on, bring it in. You've got to be kidding. My bad. I'm just so used to how they do things elsewhere, you know? And why are you here, Mr. Fender? Whoops! Almost forgot this is your scene. Keeping the defense out is strategy number 1 in the Von Karma playbook, after all, isn't it? Hey! Quit it with all the Von Karma stuff, pal! What gives? Hold it! Detective! Calm yourself. His attitude is, unfortunately, understandable. It is? I take it you are Mr. Knight's attorney. Guilty as charged, Your Honor. Well, I was supposed to be, anyway. So he was planning to represent Knight. If his client hadn't been murdered, he and I would have faced off against each other in court. I'd better see what he has to say for himself. So there's another... So I've gotten another stick drift. Thank God I got a new controller coming in a few days, but this one that I'm using, it is so frustrating to do sensitive controls. So the victim asked you to represent him. Sure did. We were supposed to have a little chat today. As was I. But a guard showed up instead and told us that his body had been found. I'm as bummed about it as you. We even brought him some weenies to cheer him up. Mr. Fender, you know you can't bring food into the prison. Oh yeah, well it's here now. Want some? Little vice I picked up on my travels, so Moorish. No, thank you. Fine, you do you. What are you doing here anyhow? Don't tell me you wanted to hear Knight's side. Von Karma was always more of a convicted, defended at all costs guy. He didn't teach you that? That was a long time ago. If you say so. Sure you don't want any weenies? No! Thank you! Have you met with your client previously? Yes, indeed, Your Honor. Just yesterday, in fact. The Bronxter called me the minute he was arrested. Sounded really freaked out, man. Oh yeah, mentioned your little performance, too. According to him, you really made a nuisance of yourself. And not a kind word was spoken, I'm sure. Well, sticks and stones and all that. Boy, did he not like you! Trash talked you something fierce! Can't say I didn't join in the fun, though. Fun? How dare you, Mr. Fender? Lighten up, kid. I'm kind of a fixture in the visitor's room here. And I don't think I ever had that much of a gas. Oh, so you come here a lot? Hey! Don't go getting the wrong idea, little sis. I'm never on the wrong side of the bars. I happen to know someone who is. The visitor's room is usually where I'm at. But this isn't exactly my first time in the clique either. In which case, I better ask him what he knows about this room. tell me, what do you know about the scene of the crime? Huh? Oh, this room? No, dude. What do you know about it? I'll give you 3 choices. Yeah, none of them are correct. It's a workshop. Is it a recreation room? Whoa! I don't even want to know how you spend your spare time, Edgeworth. I guess there's plenty here you can play with if you've used your imagination. Probs. Now let's see what the answer key has to say, shall we? Oh no! You got it wrong! This is actually a workshop! So all the options he gave me were wrong. How infantile. The cons come here to perform various duties. They can learn new skills too, thanks some qualifications for when they're back on the street. I see. And how is access to this room controlled? Who has the key? Chill out, Edgeworth! I don't have all the answers! A man over there probably does, though. Right, compadre? Yes, sir! The workshops aren't locked with physical keys. Their doors are fitted with sensors instead. What kind of sensors? Inmates are issued with special bracelets, sir. When they walk through a workshop door, the sensor checks their bracelet. And if they're not supposed to be there, ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, an alarm sounds. If they let it ring for too long, then they get a real shock, if you know what I mean. If they try to break or remove the bracelet, a shock 3 times worse than that. What? That's brutal! I guess they need to ensure that the inmates follow the rules, but that sounds a bit excessive. If they wish to pass through a door like this one, prisoners need to be accompanied by a guard. We disable the sensor for them and let them in. You get all that? Have any prisoners used this workshop today? No, sir. No one's been in here for days. I know if they had. So no prisoners have entered, let alone used this workshop today. Which means that there's a contradiction in this crime scene. Namely, there's something here that shouldn't be. Take another quick look at the crime scene and employ my powers of deduction to solve this mystery. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Well, if it is true that an inmate can't get in here without a guard, why is this glove here? And glove here, because this belongs to an inmate, yeah? It's a prison-issued equipment for inmates. So this and this makes no sense. Prisoners aren't able to come and go from this workshop as they please. The door sensor would detect their bracelets, and the alarm would sound. What's more, according to the guard, no prisoners were authorized to be in this room at all today. And yet, here we have a rubber glove of the kind issued to inmates. This is a clear contradiction. So where did the glove come from, sir? I don't know, detective. Not yet, anyway. All I know for now is that the glove is a valuable piece of evidence. You! Apart from prisoners and guards, who else has access to this room? No one, sir. This is a prison, after all. Prisoners and guards are pretty much all there is. Mr. Fender? Come on, don't play us like that, friend. We both know that's not true. You know as well as I do that prisoners and guards aren't the only ones who can come in here. Huh? Do you mean? But sir, they're... Mr. Fender, would you care to get to the point? Who exactly are you talking about? What? You don't have a pair of peepers in that hard head of yours? You didn't see them on the way in? Wandering about in the corridors, chilling with their buds? But if you moseyed on out that door right now, you trip over one of them before you'd take a step. Listen, pal, we've had just about enough of your baloney. Take a chill pill, big guy. I'm on your side. You know, for such a wide fella, you have a very narrow mind. What did you... Hold it. Detective! Sorry, sir. Look, just follow me, okay? Seeing is believing. Isn't that what they say? March 27th, 11:06 a.m., prison, corridor. This is no ordinary... Here, the humans share their space with some special friends. Isn't that the guy from... What's, No, it couldn't be. No, it couldn't be. That he'd be dead by now. Animals! Yep, heard it's heavy fellas of all shapes and sizes. Guard filled me in on how it came about. Seems they decided to try a little experiment in animal therapy a few years back. The cons are assigned a critter each, a buddy to help keep their spirits up. Really? Wow, that sounds like so much fun! Plus, inmates can even earn pet care qualifications if they go through some job training with the animals. Oh, that must be what all the equipment in the workshop is for. You got it. Room set up specifically for that training stuff. So, when you said somebody else could have been at the scene of the crime, exactamundo, big guy, I was talking about these guys. That just means you're still talking baloney! What would an animal do with a rubber glove? Good question. All I'm saying is that it was possible. The rest is Mr. Prosecutor's problem. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, if you want me to arrest this piece of baloney, just say the word. Let me get this straight. Are you saying these animals can wander freely around the prison? You know those sensors on the doors? They detect the prisoner's bracelets and sound the alarm when somebody goes walkabout. Well, for our furry friends, it's the other way around. They're fitted with microchips that open doors right up. They are? Uh-huh. They're implanted just under the skin around the shoulders. Big needle, quick jab, and voila! What? Doesn't it hurt? Nope, they don't feel a thing. That's what they tell me anyway. Now, where was I? Right. So the point is, they're not the baddies here, so there's no reason to punish them. It's ironic, really. Here in this institution where the humans are caged, the animals are free to roam to their heart's content. They're not completely free, though. They can't leave the prison proper, for one thing. No sensor on that big mother of a door out, you see. Huh? What's that tingling sound? Sir? Doggo! Just look at that thing. And is that a bell around its neck? That explains the sound, I suppose. Mr. Edgeworth! Were you seriously trying to stare it down? I refuse to lose to a dog! Not for nothing, sir, but your dog handling skills could use some work. Leave it to a pro. You know how to treat them right. Come on now, come to Gummy! Man, ignored by a dog. That dog was certainly very different to the other animals. It seemed to have a real thing against me, and only me. Alrighty then, you've met the menagerie. What's next? Guess we better interview some witnesses, right, sir? Indeed, we need more information regarding what was happening around the time the body was found. Let's start with that guy! Hey, you there in the cell! Ignored again. Hello, we were wondering if you might be able to tell us anything about this morning's incident. Is anyone else a little afraid of this guy? Not a big talker, huh? It's alright, man, I'm on your side here. Let's start with a handshake, huh? Maybe a hug to break the ice. Seconds out. What's that supposed to mean? Hey, I get it, man! Not everyone's the huggy type! I'm cool with that! Is that a bear? Round 1. 10 reps each. What? Is this man up to? I better see what he has to say for himself. Your name? From the blue corner is Rocco D259 Carcerado. Don't mind if I keep moving, do you, boss? Spider can't let his heart rate drop, see? Doesn't look like there's any danger of that. Don't you worry you'll lose too much weight doing all that. Gotta make weight before a fight, boss. Won't even make it into the ring if you don't. So you're... Wait, I get it. You gotta be a boxer, right? Was, back in the day. But it's good to say fine and fit. Leastways, that's how I see it. So is the bear part of your training, too? It's kind of like an apron. It's so cute. Ain't nothing cute about Teddy. Kid's my partner, see? This here polar bear keeps me on my toes. He seems to have loosened up a bit. Now's my chance. Where were you and Teddy at the time of the incident? Come on, boss. I ain't no stoolie, and I don't know nothing no-how. I'll be the judge of that. Please answer the question. You punch drunk or something, boss? I told you, I don't know zip. So he won't play ball. Guess there's only one thing to do, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Indeed, the more he protests his ignorance, the more certain I am that he's hiding something. Time for some mind chess, you see? Alright, let's see exactly what you do and don't know, shall we, Mr. Carcerado? Time for some mind chess! Now, let us analyze the state of play. He adopts a boxing stance when he's on high alert. My guess is that things won't go well if I push too hard at such moments. When my opponent is on the offensive, I should remain calm and bide my time. He's bound to reveal an open eventually, which is when I'll pounce. First, let's see if our friend here knows anything about the incident. I'll start by asking about his movements, and bring this fight to an end before he knows what hit him. Mind chess! Commence! Tell me about your day so far. Why don't you start by telling me what you've done today? You will answer me, Mr. Carcerado. What? You want a shot at the champ? Is that it? Put him up, pal! Bide my time. Throwing in the towel already? That's gotta be a record! This cuffs is hardly my style. I'm more than happy to take you on in a game of chess. Incidentally, don't you get tired ducking and diving like that all the time? You think I don't got the stamina, kid? Oh, just you try me. Bide my time. I ain't tired. Not today, not ever. Especially not today. Took it real easy this morning. Had me some quiet cell time. Hardly broke a sweat. But you're pouring sweat right now! Really? Look pretty sweaty to me. Give me a break, will you? I'm done talking, okay? I'm tired. Yeah, real tired. I thought you took it easy. You may have kept your boxing skills sharp, Mr. Carcerado, but I'm afraid your lying needs quite a bit of work. Tired? Really? I hardly think that's possible. Especially not after you just told me about your quiet cell time this morning. Ooh, you gotta be careful here, Teddy. When this guy lands, he lands! He's hiding something. I'm sure of it. I should try asking him about what was happening at the time of the incident. Both in and outside his cell. I won't need to use my fists in this next round. No, I'll deliver this knockout using carefully chosen words alone. What were you doing? Do you remember what you were doing at the time of the incident? I was, catching some Z's. We both was. The incident happened only a short while ago. You seemed wide awake, all things considered. The shifty eyes! The shifty eyes! Classic Ace Attorney tell! Uh-oh. Mind my time. Fighter's got to be able to get up quick when he's down. He needs his beauty sleep, too. Builds muscle. Is that so? I apologize for waking you. I have read that rest is an important part of any boxer's training regimen. You don't say. So Mr. Prosecutor's savvy when it comes to the fight game, huh? Who knew? How do you know my profession? Interesting. How do you know I'm a prosecutor? I don't remember telling you. You've been eavesdropping, haven't you? You've been listening to every word we said out here in the corridor, which means you weren't asleep and that you are lying again! You're good, kid. Call me clean with that one. Alright, I admit it. I wasn't catching no Z's. But what? A guy can't work out in a cell no more without lawyers getting involved? Or is a man taking care of himself a crime now? The fact that we now know he was awake is an important development. It could well prove to be a useful clue. What was it like around here? Did you notice anything strange around the time of the incident? What do you mean, strange? Answer the question! Tell me what was going on around that time! Wish I could help you, boss, but I was asleep. We both was. Time to deploy my clue. You were exercising! Enough of your barefaced lies! You weren't asleep, you were exercising! You told me as much yourself! Oof, a counterpunch, huh? Should have seen that one coming. Seems to have you on the ropes, Mr. Carcerado. Time to come clean about what you know. Alright, you don't gotta shout about it. Stomping around like you own the place. Teddy and his pals have been scared enough this morning already. Already, you say? Why is that, I wonder? You've done well to endure this long, but I fear you'll be soon be out for the count. You say the animals have been scared enough already, which implies something happened here earlier. Well, what was it, Mr. Carcerado? Ah! Quit it, will ya? I'm getting shellacked here! Fine. Somebody yelled okay. Real loud, real scared. Got all the little guys scared too. Yeah, laugh it up, Mr. Big Shot Lawyer. Let me see you do the same thing in the ring. Checkmate. Mind chess! Checkmate! I think we've now established that you know more than you're letting on, don't you? Hold on. My iPad froze. What's going on here? Fine. I'll talk. Can't see if anybody was chatting to me in YouTube chat because my iPad froze. Wait, my weather app is saying that we have a chance of rain. More rain? It's been raining most of the week. Fine, I'll talk. You did it, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's not get carried away, Kay. Our work here has only just begun. Hey, can we call a timeout here for a sec, guys? There's something super big I need to say. It's just, well, it's like fate brought us here today, after all these years, Edgeworth. And it's a real privilege watching how you work. Eye-opening stuff, in fact. Just what you should know, I'll be telling you-know-who what you've become. Who know who? Keen to get the lowdown, huh? Well, that's enough. This has nothing to do with Kay. Whoa! Don't have a cow, man! Why so sensitive? Report whatever you wish to whomever you wish. Let's do it on somebody else's time. Whatever you say, boss man. But I think he should know at least. You know, how you've been living your life since you signed on to doing things the Von Karma way. After all, you've disappointed him enough for one lifetime already, am I right? What's he talking about, Mr. Edgeworth? Nothing that need concern you, Kay. Our focus should be on Mr. Carcerado. Now, shall we continue? It's time to hear the truth at last. You won't land a glove on me, kid. There was a show, finished right around 10 a.m. Came back here after, did me some training. Leastways, I tried to. Barely got to the count of 2 before somebody screams, "What the? Ah!" Guy was hollering and howling, crying for help. But what can I do? I'm locked up in here, right? So I tunes it out and I gets back to work. I find it curious that you would pay so little heed to a desperate cry for help. Like I say, boss, what can I do? Besides, this is the joint. Don't nobody thank nobody for getting involved in what ain't none of their concern. I hear you, brother. Best you can do is rubberneck from in there anyway, am I right? You mentioned training Mr. Carcerado. I couldn't help but notice how well equipped your cell is. There's the guy. The fixer, they call him. What's a fixer? Fella who can get his hands on just about anything you need. For a price. No way! Think you can find me... Perhaps, Mr. Carcerado, what you ought to ask for is a beginner's guide to give him better testimony. Because I can promise you that you'll be down for the count in 1. You? Put me down? Try it, you bum! And what am I, chopped liver? There was a show. Finished right around 10 a.m. Came back here after. Didn't miss a training. Leastways, I tried to. Barely got to the count of 2 before somebody screams, "What the? Ah!" That's not possible. Because the injury that Mr. Knight had showed that he died instantly. So there's no way he could have screamed. So, we just set Mr. Knight's body here. Is it possible for him to have screamed? Especially since he got stabbed in the neck! Are you listening carefully, Mr. Carcerado? Huh? You trying to be cute or something? The victim died from a wound to the throat, and very quickly at that. He had neither the time nor the ability to scream as you claim he did. You say you heard the victim's cries, and yet that would have been impossible. Hey, but there must have been a scream! He said there was! He said there was? Quit looking so smug, will you? Fine, I admit it. I didn't hear nothing, alright? But the guy in the next cell did. He told me so. The next cell? You mean... Huh? What do you want? I heard a scream. What of it? We came back from the show and they put us in our cells, same as always. Then, just like I told this guy, I heard it. A scream. A real scary one. Scary how, exactly? Didn't tell him this part, I guess, but it was kind of like... Ah! Someone, anyone, come quickly! He's... Something like that. Well, I guess it's safe to say that probably wasn't the victim. Indeed, it sounds more likely to have been the person who found his body. Ah, that explains it. So Mr. Carcerado was telling the truth, more or less. Is that really the case, though? Are there really no problems now with his testimony? There is definitely a problem. I'm afraid a new problem has reared its head, namely, why didn't you hear the scream yourself, Mr. Carcerado? Yeah, what gives, pal? How come you didn't hear anything when your neighbor heard it clear as day? Ah! Ah! What do you think I did, the crime or something, huh? I'm inside of this here cell. Guy died over there, over in the workshop, in case you forgot. Well, yeah, it does seem a little weird now that you mention it. He's right! Neither of us could have done it! But let me tell you, if I could get out of this here cage and murder somebody, you'd all be toast! Ain't that the truth? Bums ain't leaving this place in one piece if any of us can help it! I forgot that these men are hardened criminals. Well, I won't be doing that again anytime soon. I guess this wasn't how you saw this going, Edgeworth. What's my next move here? I won't get much more out of them. Who's there? Order in the court. Who died and made you the boss of me, huh? Can't you see we're kind of busy here? Hush now. Silence is golden. It is? Your hand, if you please. By the power vested in me, I hereby sentence you to blissful silence. Praise be. A simple life awaits you. No money, no possessions. May the goddess of justice watch over you, now and always. Guard, if you would. Looks like you'll be spending the night in solitary, buddy. What? Come on! Please, boss! Any place but there! There's no need to be afraid, my child. If anything, you should rejoice. This is a blessing, a chance to redeem yourself, to be reborn. No! O Goddess of Justice, bless your child and keep him in your care. O Holy One, we give thanks in your name. And you are? Verity Gavel, at your service. It is my honor to bear the title of judge and to work at the pleasure of the law. And what is a judge doing in a place like this? Since you asked, Mr. Edgeworth, I have been sent here to find you. I come bearing a message from the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. It is my sacred duty to deliver it. The Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence? What the heck is that? It is first and foremost a name that should not be taken in vain, my child, for it is a sacred phrase for the Goddess of Justice herself. Why don't I fill you in, kiddo? The committee is a panel of 11 people whose job is to keep our beloved prosecutors honest. In other words, they make sure people like Edgeworth here don't cross the professional line. The panel is comprised of people from both the legal and political professions, a panel of which you are a member, I assume. I am. Allow me to thank you on the committee's behalf for your service. Thanks for coming to see us like this. Speaking for myself, it's a real honor to meet you. It's always great to hang with a judicial compadre. Come on, bring it in and chillax. We're all friends here. Need I remind you that the committee has a long-standing relationship with the Bar Association? Hey, I didn't mean anything by it. I was just trying to lighten the mood, okay? So, your job is to find mad prosecutors and punish them? Precisely, my child. Praise be the Goddess of Justice for bestowing a gift of insight onto you. The committee has the power to remove problematic prosecutors from cases. And, should a prosecutor truly unworthy of the title be brought to our attention, we are vested with the power to confiscate that prosecutor's badge. And what does the Committee for Prosecutory, whatever you said, want with Mr. Edgeworth? We're in the middle of an investigation here.
Objection!
Pitiful. You really don't know, do you? What an ignoramus. Oh god, I already hate you. Hey, who are you, pal? Winner. Eustace Winner. Prosecutor extraordinaire. I already hate you! Though you might know me as just the Winner. Name they call me down at the prosecutor's office. With great affection, I might add. I have never heard of you. And how about Detective Flatfoot over there? Nope. Name means nothing to me. Well, it's to be expected of an ignoramus, I suppose. Ignorance is sweet, as they say. So I'm sure most things mean sweet nothings to you. Ignorance is bliss, Winner, and I don't think sweet nothings means what you think it means. It's entirely natural that you aren't yet acquainted. Eustace only joined us just last month. So he's nothing but a rookie?! I'm not just any rookie, I am a winning rookie. Which he will prove himself to be in due time. Let's cut to the chase. I'm here to clean up your mess, Edgeworth. What do you mean? What mess? I fear I know exactly what he means. The committee's sending an envoy with a new prosecutor in tow. I suspect I know what you're getting at, Winner. But I'm going to need a few more details. Would you mind explaining, Judge Gavel? Very well. By the power vested in me by the Goddess of Justice, I hereby declare that in the matter of the incident at the presidential address and the murder of Mr. Bronco Knight, the committee hereby decrees that Prosecutor Edgeworth be relieved of his duties and replaced by Prosecutor Winner. Here ends the verdict. What? Mr. Edgeworth is off the case? Just like that? Judge Gavel, I believe I asked for an explanation. No explanation is required. The guilty verdict is in. The Goddess has spoken, and her judgment is final. And what exactly have I done to warrant being taken off the case? Come now, Mr. Edgeworth. Claiming ignorance of your crimes will not serve to lessen your guilt. You boarded the presidential plane, violating the principle of extraterritoriality, and while there, you performed an unsanctioned investigation and subjected a visiting foreign leader to questioning. You are one wrong move away from causing a major international incident. You vastly overstepped the authority of your office. To call it an abuse of power would be no understatement. I don't deny that I may have pushed the boundaries where certain rules were concerned, but there is also no denying that certain risks must be taken if one is to arrive at the truth. I refuse to concede that my actions were inappropriate. Then what you are saying is at the end specify the means, that rules can be freely ignored, that is a very dangerous way of thinking. The law is absolute. It is not to be bent to your whims. Forgive me, but not all of us believe as you do. Is that so? How unfortunate. Still, it changes nothing. When a trial ends, the hammer falls. Be you defendant or attorney, even if the verdict seems irrational, nothing more can be done. Nothing, that is, but to give thanks for the goddess of justice's divine grace. Unless you wish to appeal, to do so would be to risk your badge, of course. So you mean to take my badge if I don't play along? Whoa! Tough break, Edgeworth! I see you've accepted your fate. Good. Guards, if you'd be so kind as to escort him out. No! Stop! What are you doing, detective? I'm in charge here now, so you'll do as I say and move out of the way. What? You're not the boss of me! Unluckily for you, Flatfoot, that's exactly what I am. They're holding all the cards here. I don't stand a chance. Detective Gumshoe, do as Mr. Winter says. But sir! Judge Gavel. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? The committee's decision is beyond irrational. So yes, I do plan to appeal. You haven't heard the last of this. Duly noted. Until we meet again, then. Let's go, Kay. We're leaving. Right! Oh, and remember, you know who will be getting a full report on all of this. Whew! Well, that's a way to start a episode with Edgeworth getting threatened to get his badge taken away. Who could have thunk that that Edgeworth actually got into the same situation as Phoenix? Anywho, that is officially all the time I have for today, so thank you all for watching. I have been recording for about 55 minutes, so this is a good place to stop. So thank you all for watching, and as always, is your host, TheAmariaShadow, saying along Z, and I'll see you for the next adventure. Goodbye, everyone!